this line. Happy Tuesday!
Happy fracking Tuesday!
Oh gosh. He's all hyped up on Real Mountain Dew today, guys.
I had to do it because this is our second
I
take.
don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah.
If we start doing jazz, we're in trouble. But this is our second take, and they said I'm not allowed to use sailor words during this DV Live, so we just fracking along here all day. Welcome, Kelly. We have Kelly Walden with Ridgecrest Cinemas here.
Thank you.
Hello.
So I want to just give a little backstory because there's so much fun in all the things that we could talk about, and we're going to have just kind of a free form discussion about cinemas and all the things that we love about movies. But I have popcorn. There's popcorn here and Mountain Dew. I'm in the height of my glory. The Ridgecrest Cinemas has been an icon for this community for the last 40 years. 35. Okay. And we are incredibly proud to be a partner with them, especially following everything they've went through from 2019 to date, which Kelly would say it was a lot of fun in the beginning, and then it's been 2 years of hell.
I wouldn't go that far to say it's 2 years of hell.
Well, you took an entire year off, so that doesn't really count. But
whole year off? I worked like 4 hours a week.
4 hours a week.
Yeah.
That explains why some employees left.
That was
I'm just kidding.
I'm just going to go over here, guys. Bye. I'll see you at 4 o'clock.
I'm going to get through on stuff. No, and I mean that with such incredible love and support. You don't understand. So me and Kelly met, when Kelly became the new general manager at
Party Foul.
Who was supposed to turn their phone off?
It was my watch, so I don't lose complete points, but I will if I don't do something soon. And when she became manager, I remember I ran up to her office and we sat down and we had our first meeting and just, shooting the shits. And it's became such an incredible relationship since then. Oh, I did, didn't I?
3 minutes in.
I did.
3 minutes in.
I won. I was the first one to cuss.
We had little bets on here. If we don't know, I'm already sweating.
That's how I talk. I'm sorry. And then Amanda joined her team, and Amanda was the assistant manager for the cinemas until I stole her last fall to join us as our marketing director.
Last fall.
I stole.
I was like, okay.
So I just want to make sure I tell you thank you very much. I can't tell you how much the relationship with the cinemas means to me personally, but also as a big part of what we've been trying to brand the credit union with. We certainly appreciate it.
Why, thank you. It means a lot to us too.
I'm just happy to still be here in this room and no one's like throwing popcorn at me.
No one's mad.
You're not throwing too much popcorn.
No, I feel like it was a very cordial handover.
It was fantastic.
No, it was great.
It's fine. We're all fine.
Oh, I mean, you were talking about Amanda. She's got a long way to go, but we're getting there.
Amanda's amazing.
So, Kelly, welcome to the show. So, for any of our members watching, viewers watching, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and your favorite cinema snack food.
I'm Kelly Walden. I'm the general manager of the movie theater. What I do, I run the theater. I babysit Eric. I
don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone in this room.
I got about 15 people
about.
that babysit me.
It takes a village to babysit Eric.
I have a cinemas. I have a credit union. I got a city staff. This is pretty awesome. I got lots of babysitters.
I do everything that is involved with running the theater. My favorite cinema snack has to be buttered popcorn with hot tamales in it.
Yeah.
Do not knock it until you try it. There's something about it being like sticky, and then I should have brought it. It's so good.
I prefer plain.
Good.
I prefer plain.
It's good.
Leading into that, if you guys have a favorite cinema snack food, drop them in the comments. I'm watching right here, so let's kind of get a poll going.
Who else likes hot tamales in their popcorn? There's others.
Oh, I have seen so many different popcorn concoctions. So
we have people that do tapatio. Like tapatio.
See, but that makes a certain amount of sense.
With like the nacho cheese.
Oh wait, tapatio, you mean liquid or are you mean like
the
chili?
liquid. They
not tahini, the tapatio.
No, like the
I was thinking
tapatio.
tahini.
Or they get like a thing of nacho cheese and dip their popcorn in it. It's a food group.
It's a food group.
Yeah.
It's corn. I mean, the funny thing that if you think about it, if you think about corn and all the other things that they do with corn, it's just been popped.
Basically a vegetable.
It's basically
Like who thought of popping a vegetable?
I'm sure somebody accidentally threw it in the fire and then went, oh, look, it pops.
Oh, that's what happens at those drunk desert nights.
That's how farmers develop that stuff. And what is so you're just plain popcorn?
Plain popcorn with hot tamales. I might throw some white cheddar in there if I'm feeling froggy.
My favorite cinema snack everyone hates.
What is it?
Ice.
The crushed
Okay,
ice.
crushed ice or cubed ice?
I'm the dude that
The crushed.
I'm the dude that chomps on ice throughout of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it on Sunday nights when there's lots of space and I don't feel like I'm on top of somebody
And you can sit there and crush all your ice.
I think that's another thing too, is like everyone's all, which soda machine has the good ice?
Mm-hmm. The good ice is always the
Well,
crushed
which ice do you like?
Well, this is how you prefer the size.
I would say everyone would agree. If you say the good ice at the theater, you're
It's the
talking
small
about the
ice.
crushed
The
ice.
small,
The small
the
crushed ice.
Yeah. When our crushed ice machine was broke 2 years ago for like maybe a week and a half,
No.
the uproar. People weren't ordering sodas. We're like, well, I don't want a soda if I can't get the ice. I'm like,
There was actually a couple of people that are like, can I bring in my dairy drink then? Like,
have the crushed ice.
just for the ice.
I still remember when I was a kid that feeling like you can't sneak something into the movie theaters. Oh yeah, that's right.
No, you cannot sneak in your cheesy gordita crunch.
I mean, how often does that happen? Seriously.
Probably a lot more than we think.
Well, I know it happens a lot more than you think. But how many times do you actually have to?
I think before it was a lot of booze.
Yeah, not as much now, I don't think. When I first got there, I think it was a lot. It was a lot of people. And we would always find like the little mini bottles of like booze, like
99 bananas.
99 bananas. Why?
99 cents.
Yeah.
a cent per
Fireball, the
banana.
little ones. We've definitely seen a lot of that.
And
Beer bottles.
I can
Now
see-
we don't have that problem because we sell beer and wine. So.
Well, and
The big cans.
Yeah.
The
to
tall
that
boys.
end, what I was going to add as the compliment was, I think anybody who really understands Ridgecrest Cinemas and especially has been part of this community for a while, you and Amanda both, and she deserves credit alongside it. It worked very hard to make some substantial improvements to that place, and I compliment you. Love the new quotes.
On the walls?
The quotes on the walls, the digital displays, the digital ticketing. So much has been, you've raised the bar on what the experience is. And I think that's the difference is the old experience was walk in, hope your shoes don't stick to the floor and walk out.
Oh, look, the bathrooms are still closed.
The bathrooms are still closed.
Things we talked about not talking about.
Don't go into no. I'm not talking. I'm complimenting you on
I know.
on the idea that I don't have to run from theater one all the way across the building in order to get back.
Bathrooms. I know.
Well, no one runs from Theater 1 currently, I think.
Yeah, no one.
Dun, dun,
Well,
dun.
okay. I'm going. I've been attending this cinema for at least 17 years. So I'm.
Okay.
I mean, this is. I mean, I want reserved seating at some point, but I can't get it. No.
Everyone,
Act like you don't get private showing.
I love my cinemas.
I'm just wondering when the last time you got a private showing was.
3 weeks
3
ago.
weeks ago, maybe. I still my favorite private showing was still.
Endgame.
No, it was the Star Wars.
Wars.
It was Rise.
Interesting, because I feel like you were so much more excited walking out of Endgame.
Oh, I was more excited walking out of Endgame, probably because Endgame was a better movie than Rise of Skywalker.
People are going to hear that.
Hear
that.
But
I bawled like a baby.
but
in
I
Endgame,
had
and I was like,
so much fun when I just kind of was. I'm not talking about me, but I'm just talking about what a wonderful experience the whole cinema is. Just when I started going behind the counter and I suddenly became an employee in a concessionaire. And I'm like, I'm having the blast.
Another thing that's funny is Dana here, our VP, she just wants to work there for a day.
She
amount of
asked me
people
last
that
time I
want to
was
come
here,
work at the theater.
She just wants to work here for a day. I was like, but don't you just want the popcorn? Because I could just make that happen instead.
No, it's something about just doing something different and actually doing that interaction, that experience. Mm-hmm. And I was having so much fun that morning because it was my staff and they're coming in, they're like, what?
And
I
you
said,
had no
do
idea what
want?
you were doing. And I was like trying to get you out of the way.
It
And
was
But I
a
refused
hot
to. And I
mess
just-
of popcorn.
It was a hot mess of popcorn. And they're like, what can you get? Just get what you want.
sure, whatever
What do
you want. I was like, sure, whatever you
And
want.
yeah, Kelly's like, not a problem. And I was like, okay. I actually really, those are the fun moments. So those have been a lot of those fun moments. I think you've done an incredible job of bringing that
Thank you.
standard
It
up.
takes a village, that's for sure.
It has taken a village.
It has literally taken a village.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about now?
I think we have some exciting things coming up around here, at least, that has to do with movies. First thing I'm really excited to talk about is the return of Popcorn Fridays.
Love popcorn.
I love the smell of popcorn. It'll be back in the lobby. So everyone here knows that.
The
shame.
bags will be sealed for your protection, but that's about as far as we're going.
Yeah.
They won't be flavored for your satisfaction, but they'll be sealed for your protection.
We won't have a candy cart, sadly.
I can arrange some hot tamales here. So you guys can try it.
They'll call them the Kellys.
The Kellys.
We'll write the Kellys across them.
Perfect.
But the Popcorn Fridays coming back.
Starting on Friday, May 28th with Cruella. So be sure to mark your calendars, come pop on by, say hi. And I think there's another exciting update for the theater starting May 28th that I just saw announced today.
Yes, we are going to be open 7 days a week starting May 28th. We have been struggling with trying to get fully staffed again when we reopened. So we are finally able to do that. So May 28th for the whole summer, we'll be open 7 days a week.
Throwback Tuesday still?
Throwback Tuesdays. Yep.
Oh, goody.
Again,
I
like
love
you
Throwback
don't
Tuesdays.
get your private showing.
I know, but I still I enjoy those days. I enjoy
You like the Sunday nights.
I do like the Sunday nights.
That's your favorite.
The guy who
When there's
rolls
not many
in when
people
there's
there.
nobody there.
And then you can pretend like you own the place.
No, it's not even that. It's just people think I'm a social dude. Like 9 o'clock on Sunday night, I don't want to be a social dude. I just want to sit
So
alone.
you're telling me you walk in and you're not loud?
No, I'm loud because I'm naturally boisterous. But then
Okay, I'm just checking.
He's not over there squealing
I've never
about
seen
his
you on a
soda.
Sunday night, so I don't know, but I've definitely heard from the people.
I think you could hear me from the north
Probably.
side of town to the
That's
south side of town if I really wanted to be heard.
But leading into Tuesdays, we have something exciting to announce as well.
Yeah, we'll get to that one down the road. We're not ready for that one. It's too early in the program for that.
Well, we don't have to announce all of it yet.
Well, but what I was going to say, for those of you that are watching for the first time, don't know what Popcorn Fridays is.
Oh, true.
Popcorn Fridays is a tradition that we started, I think in 18. Is that what we're talking
3
about?
years ago, I think.
18?
Yeah, I think so.
17, 18. Because you took over as general manager in
2018.
2018. So
that
that
was
had
the
to
first.
been
Yeah,
18.
because that's the first.
And
time we really
I
met.
Yeah, because someone was gone for a week on vacation and I was being called for a poster and I was like, when is this Popcorn Friday and who is this guy calling me?
Who is this guy that thinks he owns the place?
He's
Yeah.
and he's demanding a poster and he's demanding this. But I gently ask. But Popcorn Fridays is just our way of celebrating what it is to be part of this community. We will have gift cards for the cinemas being given away that day.
A lot of Desert Valley swag.
We have Desert Valley swag.
You can come spin the wheel. It's really fun.
And then, of course, anybody who comes in will have fresh popcorn throughout the day. And Popcorn Fridays just about is just to celebrate what it is. You know, Friday's movie day. If you're a summer blockbuster person, Fridays are it's Friday. And we just kind of celebrate that along. And I personally think that this is what makes Desert Valleys a little bit different and one of the important things.
unique.
A little unique, but the fact is that we want to protect and also support our local businesses. 35 years serving this community, I didn't even realize I've been here for half of that. I wouldn't have guessed that. But it's such a wonderful location that we want to make sure that you get the chance to come out, try and win a ticket, go see a show. And Cruella actually looks kind of interesting. It looks dark.
does. It does.
It's got a dark Disney flavor to it. I got to tell you.
You know, some of their live action has been that way lately. It's PG-13.
Yeah, it's a little.
You know what I watched on Saturday that I had not watched yet?
What?
Because it came out the same time as something else, and it always was going to be second fiddle.
What?
But it did great numbers.
There's so many movies this
No,
week.
it's 2015,
Okay, here we go. That's Amanda's
Here
department.
we go. Okay.
and it had to have been December. Because that was when Force Awakens released. I had not seen the new Jumanji. I finally saw
the
the
very
new
first
Jumanji.
one?
No, the new Jumanji.
Oh.
The very first one of the new Jumanji.
Yeah.
Was that 2000?
15
Because Jumanji 2
was 19.
19.
Interesting.
Because 2018, it was a throwback.
And what did you think of it?
I thought it was fun. Me and my kids had a blast with
Christine, I did not love it.
I was so shocked by
You've
it.
seen it?
I was shocked by it. That's why. But I mean, you talk about how movies are blockbusters
Yeah.
and you don't pay attention to them. You know, I was.
I'm surprised you didn't go see it. Just
No, because I didn't have any appeal to do it without the kids. It was a lot more fun when my kids were of the age that they could enjoy it. I mean, I'll go see something that I can watch and just like absorb. Like this last weekend was Mortal Kombat.
we talked about that.
Garrett's not going to go see Mortal Kombat.
No.
Neither was Grace or Gavin or any of the other G's.
Yeah.
Grace might sleep through it.
Yeah.
Grace slept a little bit through Raya, but she's awake enough. Little turd's gonna be 2 in a couple months. Last night she pulled down the entire medicine box and shattered 2 things of medicine all over the floor. That's what I came home to. And I came and says, "What's happened?" She goes, "I have no idea." I said, "Inmates running the asylum?" "Yes." "Got it."
Man,
When you're outnumbered.
Gotham City over
by
there.
kids.
Have 3 more kids, you'll understand.
I'm good. Good.
We're done.
Dogs. All the dogs.
We've already had this conversation. You set yourself up. You're outnumbered by your children.
I didn't plan to be set up. But I love them.
Let's not go there. That's definitely too
Yeah.
far.
That's your fun.
Let's get back to the theater about
Okay.
that. Let's talk about like movies and everything. So obviously Eric's been to the movies lately. Have you
Yes.
been able to kick back,
I
watch
have
a movie?
watched one movie,
Ooh.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Wow.
So it's not my typical movie. It's not like I definitely can't. You guys both know this about me, but I cannot go watch a movie when there's like
People.
that when it's too people-y. The only reason why is because I sit there the whole time and like I can hear things or I hear a chair squeak or I'm like, man,
You can't relax.
Like I can't. The whole time I'm like worried about what everyone else's
That is one thing I
experience
do
is.
miss is like walking in at 9 a.m. on a Monday
And
morning
watching a
and
movie.
watching a
Yeah.
movie by myself.
So I think the night before we reopened, no, that's not true because it didn't come out till no, it is the night before we reopened. The whole staff watched it. It was actually very good. My husband did not want to watch it, so I brought my son, and he was like so excited.
Yeah,
I genuinely thought like,
I thought it was.
yeah, for whatever reason that
haven't
morning
seen
I
it.
woke up really early, so I was like, I bet I'm gonna sleep through this. No, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
This weekend I watched Wrath of Man, and let me tell you, great for a Jason Statham movie, first of all.
Yeah.
But all I could think of was like, it's so loud in here. It's so dark. My seat's like vibrating. I was like, am I having a panic attack or like, are movies really this loud again? Like,
You
it
forget
was exciting.
Well, and that's the experience of movie going that
Can never be recreated
streaming.
at home.
All these other ones are never going to replace.
No.
And that's I think that experience is something that we want to make sure we hold on to and preserve and it's that's what makes movies.
Agreed.
This is not a movie going experience,
No, no matter what.
despite some people's opinions. But the trailer I was actually telling you that they were going nuts over was Hotel Trans, and so Hotel Transylvania Transformation is coming in July, and my so G3, which is Gavin, he got into his Papa Drac.
You've numbered your children.
G1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. If we can't remember which one we're calling, we just usually look at my size and go G2.
After this is the Parenting 101 class by Eric.
Yes.
No, it's more of just it's a system at this stage. So
I mean, I have called Memphis Gracie before, and I'm like, not even
That's
the same
the dog.
species, not even anything. I'm like, man, you get it.
your dog's Gracie too.
Yeah. Gracie Jean.
Popular name.
Popular name, Good G name.
Yeah. G5.
But
She'd be OG.
She would be the
She's
OG.
the OG. She's 13.
Yeah. Let's see. So our dog is 12. So yeah. So you get the OG.
Yeah, she's the perfect shop dog, Eric.
No, we're not getting a dog. I actually have this staff that's trying to convince me, has been talking to me for years about trying to talk me into Gabby.
I don't know why. That's a problem.
an old
You're not
one.
selling food here.
Guys,
Lays there.
I let the boundaries be pushed a lot. I don't think we're suddenly going into the parakeet or the.
I don't
They
want
wanted a roadrunner or they wanted a roadrunner at one point. They wanted a bird.
What?
But
And they
roadrunners
want a
aren't
dog.
like birds that you keep in a cage.
What do you want me to tell you? This is
Okay. Okay.
I bunnies.
No.
But what about that fun bunny that has like all the fur? You know what I'm talking about? They're like so furry and they have like a squishy face.
No.
What about a hey?
Chicken.
I mean,
No, hey,
we know someone.
I have a
Hey
chicken.
was the pig, wasn't it?
Hey was the chicken.
Hey was the chicken. What was the pig?
Oh,
Yeah.
someone help me out here. Throw it in the
I
comments.
can't remember.
I have some cute chickens.
I was like, I think it was a P name, but no, we don't want chickens either.
Okay.
We're going to avoid any other living beings that we have to care for. I use the term beings very loosely in this property. We have enough challenges as it is. Hey, what's the chicken?
What was the pig?
I said it was a
Nick
P.
for the win.
Yeah,
I
coming
said
in
it was a
hot.
P, but Pua just never
I
stuck
have a
out.
really fluffy chicken that's really cute. I could bring her in.
No. We'll pass on the
Okay.
chicken.
Okay. No
But-
fun.
Bring it in one day for a change order.
So, you know, a lot of people don't know some of the things that you and I did in the background, especially last year in 2020. And you know, when the earthquake hit, I can't tell you enough how much I still believe that it was a blessing.
Oh, 100%.
The 6.4,
100%.
And the 7.
How that happened for us, it happened for a reason.
because it was Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
It would have been running in
What else
theater.
was there? Well, no, theater one would have been. It was
Theater
Annabelle.
one was going to be Annabelle, and it would have been opening night. So
It would have been
have
opening night of
packed
Annabelle would have been
because
packed at
Any
7
kind
p.m.
of
Yep.
terror, scary movies like that, they're packed
Right up
for
front.
us.
So you can bet dollars to donuts that would have been
Oh,
a
yeah.
full house.
Yeah, that was-
at 7 p.m.
I still remember that because it was Spider-Man in 2, Annabelle in 1, and it was just.
and
Yeah.
we just know, and it's I always call that a blessing. This community doesn't realize because
agreed.
the cinemas were the most damaged property in the entire community.
I think that was nationally recognized.
Oh, it was. Oh, not my best work ever.
Not your best work ever.
Good Lord. I had so many like news stations and video cameras and
Just popping up out of nowhere, all of it
geez.
everywhere.
So you didn't like being part of national news.
actually, you never heard this story? I didn't let anyone in.
Well, I
for
heard
a
that
long
the guy
time.
that somebody snuck in. And that's how
So-
they got the video.
No. So I chose not to be a part of that for a really long time. And my insurance agent actually called and said, you need to let people in. People need to know what's going on. Because at that time, it was when they were trying to establish if there was enough damage within the community to bring in
Support
National
resources.
Guard.
yeah,
or
whatever the
something?
support was to help everyone out. Because at the time, they were like, there's not enough damage here.
Nobody could see anything.
Yeah, so they said, you have to bring them in.
They couldn't see the base.
So my
Nobody
insurance-
was going to show them the
Yep,
base.
My
and-
insurance
Yeah.
company literally drove around and found the first person, and they said, "Hey, you need to come with me," and they brought them in. Good Lord, that guy! We can't talk about that, but yeah, such.
I was not there that day.
She wasn't because at the time we were closed, so I was
Of
there.
course.
I think I was there by myself.
Well,
and
full disclosure, I was at chemo at that
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Because I got a
So-
text as I was being infused, and I was like,
yeah,
she has reporters there.
And so then it was just like the show. There was just all these reporters that showed up. And then it was people would try and pretend they were reporters. I actually had a reporter there trying to interview me and I wouldn't let them in while this other guy tried to tell me he was someone from the city. So he looks at me and he goes, yeah, I'm from Bard's office. And I said, really, what are you doing here? I mean, this guy couldn't have been 20. And he goes, oh, Bard sent me over here to check things out. And I was like, interesting. Do you have a badge? And he goes, no,
a business
he goes,
card? Or?
No, I'm just a volunteer. And I go, you're telling me that someone that's a city official sent a volunteer over here into a red tagged building to just check to see how things are going? I was like, you're out of your damn mind. So
It was kooky.
Yeah, the cameraman, he got the whole thing on camera and then sent it to the city. And I don't know where they went with that, but the camera guy was like, oh, we're gonna catch this guy. And it was like he wanted to have this whole thing. He's like, will you talk about it? And I said, no.
Dramatic. Dramatic. Somebody
Yeah.
tries to
Yeah.
get into the cinemas.
Yeah.
It was.
It was just, you know how reporters are.
Yeah.
And it was never ending because I was gold to them at that point.
And then the break-in after that.
Oh, and then the stupid
Yeah.
break-in. Good Lord. Talk about kicking us while we're down.
And that was and the funny thing is you think about that and you ask yourself why? What was the motivation? What was this community think in those stages? And
Well, I mean, they caught who did it. So I can tell you there was no
monetary
straight thinking.
Oh.
They stole things like they pulled TVs off the walls, but then put them in trash cans to take them. So it ruined the TVs.
Yeah.
They took bags of candy. I mean,
They're hungry.
Well, but yeah, I mean, like
You
things
weren't
that
popping popcorn at that time.
Yeah, I thank God they didn't take
It's
a
your
bag of
fault that
kernels.
I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
protect the
Yeah, at
candy,
least they
you
didn't
better
take
have the
that.
popcorn popping.
They had but then they had the smarts to find my Ridgecrest Cinemas t-shirts and put them on. So in the cameras, they looked like employees.
And come in and out of the building.
Yeah.
Some logic.
At 11 o'clock at night.
At 11 o'clock at night, because that's when we go to fix things.
Kids,
Yeah.
don't steal
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Don't break into places.
So the whole story about that is after we got through that, then the pandemic comes along and
Really just.
That earthquake is really what started it, though.
well, I mean, and I was, they're so proud of them. They got the thing back up. We got everything running, and then
Yeah.
It's literally like kicking walls
it was
down.
like kick us while we're down. That's literally what it
had
felt
just
like.
we had just gotten everything set up to get the work done on the repairs and
We just fixed the actual building.
Yeah.
So we hadn't done anything on the inside. There was so I still have 4 walls and a roof, and there's nothing inside of it. It's just an empty room.
just a
In
big
theater
shell.
one.
Yeah, in theater 1.
And that's and that's where it may need to be for a while.
That's how it's going to be for a while.
Skating rink.
I don't think that
Bowling
incline,
alley.
bowling alley. I could see bowling alley. Just
These are like the things because we have that.
It's the perfect slope if you do like a little ramp at the end and like a foam pit at the bottom.
so many things.
you haven't put a mini golf of some kind of there because that's my thought is actually would be
Yeah.
if you could start at the top and you mini golfed it, and you'd have to know the slope.
Yeah, you'd
and
really have to. There's something about being closed for the whole year and then thinking about just investing in more. Like maybe you kind of got to wait a little bit and make sure that that's a good business decision.
Might hold out for a bit after.
I want to wait for a whole
Your
year.
business has been closed for you.
I mean, I've only been open for 5 weeks.
but there's hope.
There is hope. Yes.
There's Ridgecrest Cinemas, not Kelly directly, but Ridgecrest Cinemas was one of our PPP partners, and we're very proud to have worked with you on that. But like I said, the cinemas, our relationship goes much further than PPP. And I want to talk about the drive-in, the first one, the Goonies.
I feel like all of the first things we do with Eric, we get done and we're like, whoa, good Lord, we need a drink. Like
That's how I
Yes.
felt about Goonies.
All I could do, I distinctly remember it laying on the floor of the stairs. Yes,
And
there's
just
an
being
upstairs
like,
there. I'm just laying there and I'm like, man, what do I do now?
Yeah. And, I mean, but even testing out the screen and how far can it sail and how we can always train this thing down. I just want to thank you again. We were proud to be partners with you on that. But man, I know that for this community, that night meant something to them. And
That night was wild.
it was great. And
Again, we apologize for the traffic all the way down Norma
I know,
Street, wrapped around Inyakern Road and
we're
everything.
so frustrated that our parking lot wasn't giant and we couldn't.
that we
Put
couldn't
everyone
accommodate
in.
even more for our screen that from the pizza factory across the street looked about that size minus.
It's probably
It was
exactly
so small at that point. It was so. I still have an FM transmitter still here.
I bet because remember we
the
couldn't
one that
get
ca-
it.
the
We
one
had
that
to
came in
find one.
afterwards,
It
yep.
took forever to get it. I
Couldn't
have
find
one now.
FM transmitters.
Yeah.
Couldn't find all these things.
Everyone was trying to do drive-ins.
And it was just dumb luck timing that we were able to have all the pieces and it worked out really well.
Yeah.
I love that. And it was a lot of fun. So what do you have other than Throwback Tuesday and what other things is Cinema's working on?
We're bringing back our Toddler Takeover series. So Toddler Takeover is something that we do typically Saturday mornings. Always kids movies. It's geared towards parents that have younger children, like 2, 3, their first movie experience. We turn the lights down, or we turn the lights up, turn the sound down, so that those kids can kind of feel free to run around and they're not having to sit. You bring Grace to a movie.
Always shush a kid.
You're trying to keep her quiet.
No, she runs.
Yeah, exactly. I know, because that's what Grace did
That's
at Raya.
what she did at Raya.
Which is perfect. That's why you come before
She
we
just
open.
walks
Yeah.
everywhere.
So we make sure that we have limited people in there so that there's definitely enough room for parents to kind of sit and let their kids kind of do their own thing and their kids can kind of run and watch the movie.
What about other private events, birthday parties for
Birthday
people that
parties
aren't
for
Eric?
sure. We're just starting to bring back private events. We have yet to really bring back. We will probably try and approach that now that we've kind of figured out what we're doing. And then we are hoping to bring back our summer classic series as well, which hopefully we'll announce in the next few weeks.
Summer classics.
I feel like a few might have
I
their
heard private
anniversaries
event
or
and
something.
summer classics.
I mean, I think that
Technically
there's
falls into
something
both
that
of those, doesn't
goes like along with that we all might know about.
Yeah. Before we say it, I want to set up the background of this because it was so much fun when we started this. So, we love coming up with the crazy ideas.
Always.
I do, and I tend to drag people along with them. And I still remember
2 a.m. emails.
2 a.m. emails.
All the 2 a.m. emails.
But the crazy idea in 18 was how do we turn one night into the Desert Valley Cinema?
Yeah.
And it became Member Movie Night. I still, from the very first one, which we didn't know what we were going to expect, and then to the incredible 2019.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was a little mayhem, but it was 19 that really got crazy mayhem. But I'm very excited to say we'll be bringing Member Movie Night back in 2021. If you haven't seen it, we have a very cool new ad on our screens. It just simply says,
We'll be back. Any thoughts, anybody? Classic movie.
You probably are going to start to see it all over the branch. But we
Very
changed
soon.
one thing, right? We begged and pleaded of Kelly.
This year's a little different. We're a little excited.
We
had to butter Kelly up.
We needed we wanted a very specific. It's not PG-13. It's R, right?
It's R.
It's a hard R.
It's a hard
I don't know if it's a hard R, but in today's modern world, I don't know.
F-bombs.
That's in today's world, I don't know that that's a hard R.
Well, okay. But in the movie industry, yes, it is.
In the movie industry, but
Yeah.
I think really it's mostly the action and the.
it's not nearly as much blood.
But I mean, for it being rated
Mortal
R,
Kombat, it's
rated R 30 years ago, that's kind of.
And seriously, I mean, the amount of violence that a PG-13 has is no different than this as an R. So if you want to use language, literally, I mean, I bet you that's a PG-13 rated today.
so I think you can say 2 F-bombs and be PG-13.
PG-13.
Any more than 2, you're in the rated R.
I wonder if it's also the.
Really?
Yes. And
If it's the nudity portion.
there's also, I don't remember if there's nudity in that movie.
It's 2 butts.
So there's
Male
specific body parts
Yeah.
that you can show in PG-13 and not, and
Well, I'm going to guess that there's very specific.
probably very specific. I mean, we're trying to keep this PG.
We're trying. We're failing.
We've
but that's
already
okay.
we're at PG-13 currently. We've failed at PG.
2, really?
I think it's 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Eric, you would not make it. You would
No,
be an
I would
R.
not make
No,
it.
it's
No,
always
but that's what's so
NC-17.
funny is literally if you talk about how we desensitize the society, stuff like that. I mean, I get it. Swearing is not a classy way of speaking. It's not always sometimes that, but it's also an expressionist form of speaking.
It's not as shocking to like.
I mean, I would never expect a Tarantino movie to somehow get a PG-13,
Exactly.
but there's some
to
that,
be that.
yeah, there's some that, yeah. But the key is, I'll let you say what it is.
It's the 30th anniversary as well, but this year's Member Movie Night is going to be Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
So for those
So excited.
For those of you who don't know, released in 1991, it was the top grossing film for 1991. Mm-hmm. It opened alongside, I think, Batman Returns was also that year. It was 91 or 92.
Don't look at me.
I can't remember. There's something
talk
else.
about how old I was then.
What was also on the League of Their Own? There were a couple other ones.
There was another one. It was another sequel. Yeah.
Another sequel.
I looked at way too many movies to narrow it down.
But it was
to the list.
our top pick, and of course we get to use the iconic T800 image for a bunch of the fun stuff. And even if you're not a huge Terminator fan, a great fun action flick.
We're going to have a lot of fun Win It Wednesdays with that. A lot of fun prizes at actual Member Movie Night, which I think overall it's a fun twist on the annual meeting.
Yeah, I mean, for those people that don't understand what member movie night is just the basics is on July 20th. We will begin selling tickets here at the beginning of July.
June.
Beginning of June?
I thought it was June.
Oh, no, beginning of July.
Okay. I've had it wrong.
Probably it'll be, well, it might, no, it might be, I mean, it could be sometime.
He might have said June and meant July, and I just wrote down what he said.
We'll probably be doing Stars in June. We'll probably be doing Stars from the Teleline perspective in June. It doesn't matter. It's sometime in June or July, we'll start selling the tickets. It's $2.50 for a ticket for any member. We subsidize the difference. Hopefully you'll have.
And that's for them to view any movie.
That's to view any movie. You don't have to go see Terminator. You can view any movie that's going to be out. And since we're here and we're almost out of time, I'm looking at $3.50 because of the snaggle. What else is going to be playing on July 20th that we think is going to be playing right now? I know at least a couple.
Black Widow.
I know, we got pretty good.
I would assume that would stay.
Black Widow will be there.
I'm really hoping it's there. So
is that the only one we can
Hotel?
think of?
No, Hotel. I think opens that week.
Transformation.
Opens that week.
Opens on Friday, so it's actually not going to be there on that Tuesday.
I think what you're thinking of had a date change.
Which one?
What are you thinking of?
I don't know what I'm thinking of. I literally, this is the blank face.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't a blank face. You were alluding like you had something.
Snake Eyes? Is
that the
week
G.I. Joe?
before? Yeah.
Well,
I wish I would have take a mental note on my whiteboard before I left.
I can't remember what it was. That's why I was trying.
I thought you were leading into Top Gun Maverick.
My assumption,
Top Gun Maverick, I know
that
is
had
gone.
a date change, yeah.
It's not gone. It's just way out there.
It's going to be released on Netflix at some point.
It's literally
Stop it right now. They won't do that.
All
to
it
us.
reminds me of is that State Farm fisherman guy. Ooh, almost got it.
You see, everyone feels that about Top Gun. I feel that about Ghostbusters Afterlife.
It's on this year at least.
I seeing is believing.
I feel like it's going to stay there. That's what I feel like. We'll see. But of all the movies, that's what you're excited about?
When the fourth strain comes along.
Stop it. Can't happen. Don't even talk like that right now.
No. And right now, so we're hoping that capacity will be up for July 20th.
That is the hope.
That's the hope.
Like full open.
We'll be controlling we'll be following all the capacity guidelines. We'll have we'll be following our Facebook, follow what we put out there. We'll keep you informed as it comes up. And this July 20th, we're going to do DV Live from your cinemas that day.
From cinemas. It'll be very exciting.
And we'll have the mobile branch out there. And I can tell you, we'll have, we're definitely going to have some raffle drawings, including a Canon DSL camera and
little Rebel camera.
So there's some other
Not
stuff.
little one. I guess it's a professional one.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun. And then it'll be any movie. I think we usually start about 5. It might be 4 this year, depending on the scheduling.
Yeah,
we'll sort it out.
We'll have to sort that out.
And so it's usually the last 2 showings of the day.
Which is fantastic because usually nighttime movies are.
And it's on Tuesday, July 20th. And at 6 p.m. will be the annual meeting for the credit union. And any of our members that have been out there, it's
fun.
I think it's a fun event.
Yeah, it is.
Swing by, say hi. Tell us
least come
your
see
favorite
us.
food
Just
from the
come
theater.
out.
Come try hot tamales in your popcorn.
I got to tell you, you cannot beat bringing a family of 4 to the movies for $10 and then, bring
Especially
20.
seeing someone new.
Bring 20. Spend the rest of the concessions to help us support, what we believe in, which is maintaining that local movie option. So
enjoy the popcorn.
Enjoy
and hot tamales.
With the crushed ice in your soda.
And my Diet Mountain Dew. Bottom line is we love the cinemas. We are proud to be partners with you guys, and we're looking forward to many, many more years. So
thank you. So are we.
Us Desert Valley.
So I think I'm excited. Everyone was kind of worried about it, and I'm like, it's still here.
We're not going anywhere.
Nope.
Yeah.
I would fought tooth and nail to keep it. So and I think that's what we want to hear as a community too, is we're going to fight through this.
We made it through an earthquake. We made it through a pandemic.
2 earthquakes.
I mean, I don't.
And a pandemic in under 12 months. The 2 earthquakes and the pandemic is 9 months apart.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
No. No, I actually think I can't talk about a lot of things on DV Live because I'm not talking in DV Live City Talk, or I get accused of promoting my business. So, it's I just like to say it's a blessing in disguise. I am what I am, guys. Yeah. You like it, love it. You've gotten to okay. I gotta go on the 2 minutes.
Oh gosh.
Here, I'm gonna give you 1 minute. I'm gonna give you 1 minute
to tell us
everything about what it is that I drive you crazy about. Because I know I drive for. Okay, you can take as many minutes.
Okay, I wouldn't say drive me crazy.
You drive me crazy. Hi, Olivia.
I could have gotten some warning about this question. I could have prepared better.
Yeah, I could have, but didn't ask any
I
other.
would say nothing drives me crazy.
Would you like the bathroom questions?
Yeah, those questions. Man, nothing drives me crazy. I think sometimes I'm like, God, Eric just wants everything. Eric wants everything. The first time I met Eric, the email he sent, I bet I still have it.
I bet you do.
It was like, he literally was essentially
you have to tell your email story.
It was like an email, and it was basically like, here's everything you have to do, and we're going to do it together. I remember getting the email, and I called Pam, and I go, who the hell is Eric Brun? And she goes, yes. Oh, and she told me the whole story. He just loves movies. And so I met with him thinking like, man, this guy is like, everyone knows Eric. He's full of life. He's very loud. And if he has an opinion, he lets
makes
you know what
presence.
it is. Yes. I love that about you.
Hey.
It's just sometimes
it's over too. It's too much.
Sometimes it's like, Eric, man, it's so much we got to do.
Yeah. I set big, high
You
bars.
do. But
yeah,
we've done some amazing things together, and we wouldn't do that if it wasn't.
I think that's part of our organization too. I think that's what's cool. It's like,
I think Kelly's favorite line is do hard things.
Do hard things. I'm sure I've actually said that to Amanda about
that's a lot better
Eric
than doing soft
for.
things.
Stop.
What?
Oh my God.
What'd I say?
Nothing. HR nightmare. Is it 3:50? I'm just
No, now we got to still burn time. So yeah,
I don't know what I said wrong.
So about my first email too. Sure. Let's wing that.
Oh yeah. Amanda's now an employee of the Crane, so she deals with me now on an everyday basis. And she can tell you that the boisterous, out of control personality is not there.
I can hear him through my wall,
but it's not there every day.
But no, it's not.
It's not part of. It's there. It can come alive, but it also
can be toned down. And I'm like,
toned down.
Is he sick today?
Yeah, and it's almost weird.
You're just not that way with me. But you're also typically excited when you talk to me.
I'm excited when I talk to you.
Yeah,
because you're a business relationship that I'm excited about. You're something I take
seriously-ish.
How do I say this? You worked your butt off. The both of you worked your butts off, bringing back something I love. And so when you feel that
it has nostalgia to you,
well, not just only nostalgia is for probably a decade. I sat around going, why can't I get through to somebody that can
because you did reach out to people before I was there. I forgot you telling me that, and it was
why can't we? What's this wall that I can't break through to make it better for?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe then he finally chipped through a wall and got a response, and then he was like,
when I broke
Hulk
through
smash.
the wall, that's when it was Hulk smash. It was okay. Let's do
it's everything. It's all the things all the time.
It's all the things all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sure our next guest is probably lined up, and we got less than 10 minutes. Thank you for being here, Kels.
Thanks for inviting me.
My wife to this day, she goes, "Where are you at?" And it's for about a year there. It was okay. I'm going to see Kelly, and she goes, "Okay," and she just knew that meant I'm out to talk about something new that I want to make happen or magically,
or just talk to me about a movie that you're very excited about.
And thank you for sprinkling the pixie dust on those dreams to make them happen, because it's meant something to our organization, hopefully to our members. And Member Movie Night is a unique event. There's not another one like it in the country that I know of. So
other people reach out to us about it, and I'm like, "Whoa, making little waves."
We're gonna get an award for it next year.
Hey, about that.
All about that.
So if you guys haven't been down to the Ridgecrest Cinemas, be sure to download their mobile app.
Yes.
You can buy tickets in advance, pick your seats, go check out all the new features, everything that's going on down there, and buy your popcorn and hot tamales.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you out there. We'll see you next 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Who's coming 2 weeks? Oh, we don't know yet. What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, it took me a minute there. I'm like, what are we talking about? Oh, I think we're talking.
Oh, that's going to be constructive.
Sketchy.
That's going to be constructive.
Hopefully
Okay.
it's not scams and not being cranky.
Scams was great episode.
350.
Oh, it's real. We're talking about real.
That's 351. Okay. Reels are good. We need to get a contractor in here too. Okay. With that,
This is our daily life, guys. Have a great
rest of the Tuesday. See you later.